So as you look down, you're not wearing anything on your feet?
No.
Mm-hmm. And as you look at the ground around you, tell me, are you inside or are you outside?
Dungeon.
You're in a dungeon? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I want you to see an overview of yourself, and I want you to connect with your emotions and tell me, how do you feel?
Scared.
You're scared? Uh-huh. Tell me, do you sense that you're male or female?
Female.
You're female. Mm-hmm. In a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I do, you'll see some numbers in your mind, and that will be your age. 3, 2 and 1. How old are you there?
23.
You're 23. And what do people call you in that life? Listen to your name being called.
Louise.
Louise. Uh-huh. Well, welcome, Louise. Thank you for working with us. Louise, tell me, why are you in that dungeon?
Chains.
Chains?
Chained up.
Chained up? Uh-huh. Have you been there a while?
18 months.
18 months. Mm-hmm. So what happened to you? Why are you chained? Go to the day before it all happened and tell me, what were you doing? Just drift back in time to just before you were in the dungeon, and what was happening? Were you inside or outside?
Outside in the forest.
You were outside in the forest, yeah. Tell me more, what was happening?
Gathering things in a basket.
You're gathering things in a basket? Mm-hmm.
A straw basket.
In a straw basket, very good. And what happened next?
I was captured.
Who captured you?
I'm not sure.
Were they male or female?
Male on horses.
Male on horses, so there was more than one?
A few.
A few? Mm-hmm. And then what happened? Where did they take you?
It feels like a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Underground.
Castle underground. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And what country are you in? It'll be the first country that comes to mind.
England.
You're in England. Uh-huh. Well, I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I do, you'll see some numbers, and that will be the year that you live. 3, 2, 1. What year is it there, Louise?
$1934.
Mm-hmm. So what was the purpose of them capturing you? What is it that you've done?
Mixing things.
Mixing things? Uh-huh. These things that you used to mix, what did you used to do with them?
Help people.
Help people. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me that you were a witch?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So basically you were a herbalist that was purported to be a witch. Is that right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And you've been there 18 months. So let's go back into that dungeon now and tell me, why are you there for so long? Has no one
don't know.
no one come to rescue you?
Feels deserted.
It feels deserted. Uh-huh. I want you to expand your awareness, Louise, and I want you to just roam around that dungeon and tell me, is it deserted now? Have they left you there, or are there others?
On my own.
You're on your own. Uh-huh. So I want you to fast forward to tell me what happens next. Do you escape that place?
I find a nail in a wall
Mm-hmm.
and I use it
Yeah?
to pick the lock.
Aha. So you eventually escape.
I've got really matted, long brown hair.
Uh-huh.
Really weak.
And you're weak. Mm-hmm. But do you finally escape that dungeon?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of tunnels underground.
Tell me, what part of the country are you in? Are you in the north, south, east or west?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Connect. And tell me.
It's very cold.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's near Edinburgh way.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And when you get out of that dungeon, what happens next? Where do you go?
There's an old barn
Uh-huh.
and there's cow
And there's a cow.
and I milk it and get some milk.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And see yourself after that and tell me, where do you go next?
There's an old lady that lives nearby
Mm-hmm.
and she helps and looks after me.
Oh, how wonderful. Mm-hmm. Do you know this lady?
No.
No? Well, describe her to me. What does she look like? Is she tall? Is she short?
She's short.
Mm-hmm.
Ish. She has long grey hair in a plait.
Mm-hmm.
She's older.
What colour are her eyes?
Bright blue.
Bright blue. Mm-hmm. Well, you know the eyes are the windows to the soul. So what I want you to do is I want you to connect with those eyes and look deep within the eyes of that lady there. And you'll just get a spark or a knowing and tell me, does she remind you of anybody in your life today? Yes or no? It'll be your first impression.
No.
Mm-hmm. So do you stay with that lady or do you move on?
I move on.
Mm-hmm. And where do you go to?
I avoid the roads.
You avoid the roads. Uh-huh.
And I just keep scavenging.
Uh-huh. And where are you heading?
Into woods.
Mm-hmm. See yourself into those woods now.